Okay, today we're going to learn about using Google Document. And as you can see on my screen right now, I'm in my Google Docs home. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a document. You can see that there are several different options within Google Docs. Document is the one that we're going to choose today. It's like a word processing document. So when I click on Document, you can see that a document is created, a new one. And the first thing that I want to show you is the ability to be able to rename a document. If you look up here in the top left, it says Untitled Document. Right now that's the name of the document. If you left click with your mouse on that, you can now rename the document. I'm going to rename the document and I'm going to call it Practice. Click OK, and now you can see that the name has changed to Practice. The next thing we're going to talk about is the great thing with Google Doc, well, actually with a lot of the different Google things, but particularly with Google Docs, even the other docs like presentation or forms, is the ability to share the document with others. So in the top right hand corner of your screen, there's a blue button that says Share. If you left click on that, it brings up your share settings. The first thing that I want to point out is who has access to the document. Right now this document is private and I'm the only one that has access to it. We want to change that. We want to make this a public document. That means that it's going to be accessible to anyone on the internet. They can search for it and find it and not need a sign-in to be able to view it. There are other options because Western Governors uses an EDU account. I could make it available only to Western Governor people, or that they had to be logged into their Western Governor's Gmail account to access it. But we're just going to make it public and save it so that our privacy settings become public. Because it's now public, I'm given a link to be able to share that document. I am going to share this document with a couple other folks, actually with myself, because we are going to do some collaboration stuff or talk about some collaboration items. And just put these in real quick. Now if I'm doing collaborative stuff and whoever I share this with, I can change what they're able to do with the document. I do want them to be able to edit it or comment or view, but I want them to be able to actually change stuff in the document, so I'm going to leave it as can edit. Can edit is the default. If you're sharing with people outside yourself, you may want to send them an email letting them know that you shared a document with them. I'm going to uncheck this because I don't need to send myself email. You could also add a personal message. If you want to send them an email, you can also send a copy of the email to yourself, or you can actually insert the document into an email. So I'm unchecking that and I'm going to click Share and Save. And we're just yes through all of those, and now you can see that the document is shared with 3 other people that can edit it. And we're going to click Done here. Now, within Google Docs, again, it looks just like a word processing document. And one of the things that I really want to point out is the ability to add comments. So let's say we type something, the cat sat on the mat. Now, if I want to make a comment about a particular item, I can highlight a word, a letter, a phrase, and I'm going to insert a comment. Now I know that some of the word items also allow comments. So if I say he actually sat on the chair, and then I want to add that comment. Now you can see that my document is highlighted. If I click on that highlight, it automatically goes to this comment. The comment, say that you are doing some peer editing. If someone suggests you do something and you fix it, then you can resolve it and the comment goes away. So you can see what the potential is for doing peer editing within a classroom. Students writing works and having other classmates edit their documents online and leaving comments. The teacher can go through and leave comments within a document, and then the student can see what suggestions are made or how they could fix something better, and then once they've changed that, then they can resolve the comment. Once a comment's made, someone else could come in and add another comment to it, and you could have a whole comment discussion happening. And you can see, I mean, that Google Doc is just like a word processing document. You have different fonts, you have sizes, you can add, bold, italicize, underline, change your font color, change the background color of the font, change your spacing and your alignment. Some of the other things within, you could insert a drawing, you can insert images, do a header, a footer, add page numbers. I mean, just all the same things that you are able to do in normal word processing. The thing with Google is that, I mean, it just doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles that maybe Microsoft Word has. It's a pretty basic, pretty standard word processing document. Another really cool feature, that we shared this document with other people. Well, another potential great tool for a classroom is being able to collaboratively create a document and work on a document. This is real-time learning where students, I mean, it's no longer a matter of, oh, I gotta save this document on maybe a thumb drive and then I gotta share it with someone else and they have to have it on their computer, and it makes it really hard for groups to work on a project where it's not real time, or where they have to do it on separate computers, or they have to save it onto a thumb drive and actually have physical saving. Here we have, Google's in the cloud, so students, they log into their Gmail accounts, and if the original person shares with others, so like we did, I shared with 2 others here, if they share it, then they have instant access to that document, and everyone can be in that document at the exact same time, and they can all be typing and doing working on the document at the same time. If you work in the same place, it can get kind of confusing for Google, but if you maybe work within some different areas, that has a great possibility. So how you know if someone else is on the document is up here in the top right. It says there are 2 other viewers. If I click on that, actually I'm going to get rid of this comment. I'm going to resolve this comment so it goes away. Alright, and then if you click on your viewers here, you can see that besides myself there are 2 other people. Now what's really fun is that, say that I have one person maybe in another state, I have another person at their house, and maybe I'm at school. If you all get on the document at the same time, you have the ability you can chat. If I click on that where it says 2 other viewers, it opens up a chat window, and I can actually chat with other people. Okay, and if I am my other people here and I go into my other document and I type and come back to the original document here, you can see we have this chat going on. So, I mean, you could get on the phone and talk to each other, but if you're within the document, you could just quickly chat back and forth about ideas, brainstorming what you could do, what you can't do, and other people can then, work within the document. So if I want to add something else to it, and I can see that H done is the orange person that typed, and that's what they just typed here. This person is pink, so they have the pink cursor, and then I would show up as a different color on their screens. So you definitely have this great ability to be able to collaborate on documents together and have an assignment happen together. Alright, one final thing that I want to talk about with in regards to the Google Doc is that what's amazing is that Google offers a revision history. So what you can do is you can always revert back to a previous version of your document. And one way that this can be really helpful is, for example, one of my sons was typing out his spelling list, and he was trying to change the font and accidentally highlighted everything and deleted it. Well, then he wasn't sure, he didn't know what to do, he didn't think about doing the undo button, so he X'd out of the document, so it saved it like that. So when he went back into the document, all of his words were gone, so he was in a panic because he had just spent so much time typing up his words. Well, I showed him the revision history. So if you click on File, you'll see that there's an option to see revision history, or you can use the shortcut, which is Alt, Control, and G. So click on revision history, and it shows you different revisions that are done, but it's the most recent revisions that were done. And if you hover over, actually down here at the bottom where it says show more detailed revisions, if you click on that, it'll show every version that was done. So if I wanted to go back to the typing that I did, if I click on that revision, you can see in green is what was deleted, what was changed. If I go back to this other one, it'll show you that he was rather robust was added. Okay, and if you click on each of these, it shows you what was done. So if I'm in my final revision that I had there, I deleted these items that are in green. So say I want that typing to come back, if I go down one revision, what's in green will come back. So if I restore this revision, or it should come back, let's see. Click on restore this revision, and now all of that typing that I did came back so that you saved it. So having the revision history can be very beneficial if you completely totally went, oh my gosh, I just deleted something. Instead of hitting undo, 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 undo only works in the time, the current time that you spent on a document. If you close out of it and open it back up, undo is only going to work for the stuff that you just recently did. So if you need to bring back something from, say, the day before or earlier in the day, or even a week ago or a month ago, then you'll need to open up, see your whole detailed revision history, and then choose what version of your document you want to revert back to. What you need to keep in mind is that if you revert back to a previous version, then any new stuff you add will go away. So an option would be to go back to that version, and whatever you accidentally deleted, copy and paste it, or copy that, highlight it and copy it, and then go back to your newer version and then paste it back in. There are many more resources online. YouTube is an excellent resource for seeing other recordings that other people have done concerning Google Documents or any of the other features within Google. Google itself has a wonderful help area and can help with maybe any questions that you have. And they're really good if you contact them as well with questions. They're really good about that. Or just go to a Google search and type in the question that you need to ask.